Welcome to another video from EarnPed.com. I'm Stevie B, happy to have you all with me today. Today I'm headed over to Royal Club. I don't get to make these videos often, so when I do get to make them, it is something that I really enjoy doing. I was out hunting some level 4 fowl, and I got a random private message from my buddy Yerrick Mendel. And Mendel said, "Hey bro, I need a withdrawal from EarnPed." I said, "Okay, not a problem. Give me a second, let me log into the website, let me verify all the earnings or past the blackout period," because as you guys know, there's a 60-day blackout period whenever the sponsors that we do have, the very few advertisers we do have, are willing to let you do microtask and watch videos and stuff like that. They know it's a game of numbers. They know they have to pay a very small amount to a very large amount of people for it to be any kind of effective. So the very few sponsors that we do have want to be sure that they don't get cheated. They want to be sure that they're getting their money's worth. So what they will do is they have a 60-day period where they can go in and they can essentially verify all the earnings. They can be sure that you're not using multiple browser windows, be sure that you're not somehow cheating the system. And once they verify those earnings, then they cut the check to me. Then I'm able to pay you guys. Every single microtask website out there essentially works the same way. We've all got the same advertisers, the same sponsors, and essentially there's a 60-day blackout window all the way around because those advertisers want to be sure that you're not running 9,000 different windows. So my buddy Mendel here, we're going to do a private trade, and he is going to get the maximum payout possible. So big grats. So he actually has 1,082.22 PED. So 1,082.22 PED, and he gets a 10% bonus on his 1,000 PED for a grand total of 1,182.22 PED. 1,082.22 PED plus 10% bonus for making it to 1K. Max payout possible. Woo! I don't get to do these max payout videos very often, so when I do, I absolutely love it. So you guys may or may not be aware, when you use EarnPed.com, there's a bonus system that I put in place. Congrats! Thank you for, can't type, for the support, mate. Keep it up. So yes, he just got $118.22 real world money via using EarnPed.com. So let me explain the bonus system to you. If you wait to withdraw from EarnPed.com until you have 100 PED balance, you get a 1% bonus. If you wait until you have a 200 PED balance, you get a 2% bonus. If you wait until you hit 300 PED, you get a 3% bonus. 400 PED 4%, 500 PED 5%, 400 PED 4%, 500 PED 5%, 600 PED 6%, so on and so forth. The maximum possible is if you get all the way to 1,000 PED before you withdraw your money from EarnPed.com, you get a 10% bonus. So if you wait till you get to 1,000 PED, then your bonus is an additional 100 PED. That's the maximum possible. Now, anything you go over that, that's just on you. That's why he got his 10% bonus on the first 1,000. The extra 82.22, there was no bonus attached to. That 10% is the maximum possible. Good luck, mate, and holler if you need me. Thanks again for the support. So, that said, I don't get to do max payouts very often. A lot of players don't have the ability to wait that long. They need their PED prior to that. They need to be able to go get ammo, get deeds, whatever. But the players who can wait till they get to 1,000 PED, it is a nice little bonus to get that extra 10% added in on top, for sure. And I don't get to do those very often, so when I do, I like to try and capture them on video. So today is February 24th, 2023, and you guys saw it live right here. And this is why people are like, well, why don't you update all the screenshots on the website? Well, first of all, again, with as much time as the website would take to add new functionality to and update with screenshots and stuff all the time, I don't have that kind of time, nor do I have that kind of patience. And to be honest, you guys are the ones that really benefit from EarnPed.com, not me. It makes me just enough money to pay the domain registration every year, the hosting fees every year. It makes just enough money to more or less pay the fees to keep the site running. The site was never designed to be a moneymaker, nor do I necessarily want it to be. I do not want this to be a website with 900 million users that are completing 5.6 billion offers a day. I don't want that for legal and tax reasons. With the way it works right now, with the way it's worked since inception, where it just essentially pays for itself and then you guys are the ones that are really benefiting from it, that's what I need it to do. That makes my life as possibly uncomplicated as can be. If it gets more complicated than that, I would have to shut it down. If I want to make money, I'll go flip a house. If I want to make money, I'll go put together a blackjack team. If I want to make money, I'll go get a second job. I'm not going to make a living off EarnPed.com. I'm not even going to make anything worth substantially bragging about off EarnPed.com. I always say the best way to help support us is EarnPed.com, and that to an extent is true, but really one of the best ways you guys can help support us is just through YouTube, through liking the videos, watching the videos, helping us have new content that we're constantly posting out, by subscribing to the channel and making sure we get all the exposure. YouTube is actually a better moneymaker for us than EarnPed.com is. EarnPed.com is mainly there for the players, mainly there for the community, mainly there for you guys. So that being said, I've also gotten the question lately, and you might have noticed I've started putting this in my videos. If you're using EarnPed.com, how do you get EarnPed.com to show up as a redemption option on Hideout.tv? Well, very simple. When you go to EarnPed.com, you have an account, you sign in. If you will use the links on EarnPed.com to go to the videos on Hideout.tv, Hideout.tv sees that you're coming from a link from EarnPed.com. It then will add EarnPed.com as a redemption option on the Hideout.tv redemption option drop-down menu. Both sites also use cookies, so if you bounce back and forth between the sites enough, it should automatically add itself. However, if all else fails, just go to the links I've put on the website for you guys that take you directly to Hideout.tv. Bada bing, bada boom, it will take care of itself, I promise you. So that being said, I'm going to kind of leave it there for today. I didn't really have anything specific in game I wanted to go over with you guys like I usually do. I made this video because he literally just hit me up out of the blue and was like, hey, can I get a withdrawal? Sure, not a problem. Let me see how much you got. 1,000 PED, cool. You hit the max, that means you get the max bonus too. Meet up with me. Where you at? Royal Club? Be right there. That's the thing. I know sometimes people do have trouble getting a hold of me. I've been trying to meet up with Kaz for over 2 weeks now. We just have different schedules because I work at night. Kaz tends to log in about 6:30 in the evening. Well, 6:30 in the evening is the equivalent of my 3:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the evening is when I'm sleeping because I get up for work at 9 p.m. most nights. I might get up at like 8:30 on a day where I really get up early. So unless I've stayed up pretty much all day, which is my night, unless I'm just not going to bed and I'm going back to work, the odds of me being up at 6:30 in the evening are very, very slim. However, because Kaz keeps logging in at 6:30 in the evening, since that's what works for Kaz, I'm just setting an alarm tonight to try and be up at 6:30, meet up with Kaz, do his withdrawal, and then go back to bed. Generally speaking, you don't have to give me advance notice, guys. If you guys just hit me up and are like, hey, I need a withdrawal, as long as it's past the 60-day window, I will meet up with you pretty much instantaneously. Unless I'm like across the universe or on a different planet or something stupid's happening like mayhem, I am pretty much right there anytime you guys need me, day or night. As long as those earnings are 60 days old or older, they're y'all's, not mine. So that being said, I wanted to get it on video because I know it takes a lot of work to get to 1,000 PED on a website like EarnPed.com, doing micro tasks, watching videos. That takes a lot of dedication. That means you guys are really, really helping support us, and that's why we have the bonus in place too, is because we know what a big deal it is. So we really, really appreciate that. So I'm going to leave it right there for today. Guys, if you need to get a hold of me, you can try and send me something in game. If you try and send me a private message and it goes through, it means I'm online. If you try and send me a private message and it says this person is not online, would you like to send it to their in-game mail? It means I'm not online. It means I'm not in game. I stay incognito mode and offline mode. If you look over here, I'm invisible. So I don't show as online. I show as invisible. Because if I show as online, I'm just going to get 9 bajillion messages every time I log in. So the best way to see if I'm online, try and message me. If it goes through, I'm online. If it doesn't, if it goes to my in-game mail, I'm not online. But you guys can always email me at sbraggs62@gmail.com, sbraggs62@gmail.com. That is the email that I check often. I probably check that email at least once a day, usually multiple times a day. So there have been several people that have gotten a hold of me that way recently. I like to check that email when I'm at work, mainly because I use it for things other than you guys. I use it for things other than staying up with my homies in game. There are several people in game that I almost exclusively just email with through that email. So that's by far the best way to get a hold of us. So guys, I'll leave it there for today. Head over to EarnPed.com because like I said, when you earn, we earn, and it does help, even if it just helps keep the site up and running, to be there for the community, to be there for the players, to be there for you guys. And be sure and use those links to Hideout.tv because it will help Hideout.tv register that you're coming from EarnPed, and then it will add it as a drop-down option for you guys. Guys, also be sure and like every single video we put out. There's always a hater hitting that dislike button. Subscribe to the channel because the more subscribers we have, the more exposure we get. The more likes we have, the more exposure we get. The more people that hit that bell icon to know when we post new content, the more exposure we get. And guess what happens when you guys do that? YouTube puts us in front of people who play real cash economy games, who play MMORPGs, who are into sci-fi video games. People who have never heard about Entropia Universe before, a lot of times their very first exposure to this game are these videos that we're putting out, and they're getting that exposure because you guys hit that like button, because you guys subscribe to the channel. And what ends up happening more times than not, those people watch the videos, they hit the like button, they hit subscribe. Next thing you know, couple weeks, couple months goes by, they're downloading Entropia Universe. They're starting off at Camp Icarus. Now they're part of the community, they're part of the game, they're part of the economy. So when you hit that like button today, that might put this video in front of somebody who's never heard of Entropia before. They might end up being somebody 2, 3, 4, 5 months down the road that ends up buying something off of you in a private trade, ends up buying something off of you on auction. They might end up being part of this community and putting money in your pocket simply because you subscribe to this YouTube channel and simply because you hit the like button on these videos, and it got them the exposure to the videos, exposure to the game that they had never previously had, that they would not have had without you guys. So whenever you do those things, you're not just helping us, you're helping yourself, you're helping the community, and you're helping the game, which is what it's all about. So guys, we'll leave it there for today. Big grats again. I really appreciate it whenever people support us, especially when you can make it all the way to 1,000 PED. That is a huge accomplishment. So big congratulations there. Sip, smack. Y'all know the rest. We'll see you later with more content. Bye guys.